ends when you want it to end.
I can't agree with you more.
Well, ready or not, summer is fading faster than a suntan, and the Labor Day weekend is the season's last big hurrah.
Chances are that will include some beach time, hamburgers, hot dogs, ribs on the grill, fireworks too.
But in a true sign of the changing seasons, this is also the first weekend of college football. I'll explain how the weather could determine who wins a pretty big matchup.
You could have one hail of a time getting from point A to B over the holiday weekend.
Where rain and thunderstorms could put the brakes on your travel plans and even crash those backyard pool and barbecue parties right here, right now on Weekend Recharge.
Good Saturday morning to you. Welcome into Weekend Recharge. I'm Maria LaRosa.
And I'm Paul Goodlow. Well, summer may be coming to an end, but the season is not going down without a fight.
Boy, we have plenty of heat this weekend. Highs more typical of July than September, I think. And all of that warm, juicy air will fire off rounds of thunderstorms this weekend as well.
Unfortunately, the holiday weekend got off to a stormy start. Just listen to that wind coming down and the hail pounding and even some rain here, taking Cincinnati's Great American Ballpark by storm last night. Winds gusting over 50 miles an hour with over an inch of rain in a matter of hours. And for the Reds, the rain kept falling. It's the third postponement this season at the ballpark and the 15th rain delay this season, totaling nearly 22 hours. Maria has our Saturday snapshot.
I remember the Hall of Fame game that was there, right? The Hall of Fame or the All-Star game was there, and they were delayed by a nasty storm. All right, let's talk about what's going on. We'll give you the snapshot, the big picture of the big weather stories that we're covering for you today. Unsettled southeast, that continues. If you've got some plans along the Gulf Coast, the southeast coast, or at all the Great Lakes in the southeast, you're going to have some issues with the thunderstorms. We'll talk about the timing and the incredible heat building, not only in the Midwest, it's moving into the Northeast as well. So some of you will be wrapping up the summer unofficially with highs well into the 90s. And then with all the heat and humidity and all you need is a little spark, we've got severe weather. And that's not just today, tomorrow, but also into Monday. So we're going to track where all the storms are. Let's first, though, start with Paul and a trip to the beach.
Let's go to a lot of beaches here. Fort Myers, Florida, South Padre Island, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, even Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. It's a great day to spend the holiday weekend here at the beach. Water temperatures are up. Definitely no concern there. Just really concerns what's going on in the sky. Scattered showers and thunderstorms definitely in our forecast. Right now across the region, seeing a few scattered showers here rolling across parts of the Gulf of Mexico and a few offshore here in Florida. Otherwise, relatively quiet start. Even off towards the Outer Banks of North Carolina, a few scattered showers offshore. Again, the radar has a couple of lightning strikes here as well. Although overall, it is so far a quiet start. But take a look here just off of Savannah and Hilton Head to Fusky Island. A couple of thunderstorms popping up here, trying to get closer to shore. Not good news trying to play tennis or golf out there in the early morning rounds. So again, this forecast is not so much going on in the sky, but also going on in the water. Ridge of high pressure across the northeast, low pressure here off the southeast coast. Because they're so close together, a tight pressure gradient, which is increasing the winds, which blow the waves, which are blowing on shore, which is piling up the water. And then eventually that water rips out, called a rip current. So the rip current risk continues to be an issue up and down almost the entire eastern seaboard here. So we do have a threat across the southeast coastline for a low rip current risk. Higher across the northeast, but even here across parts of the Panhandle beaches here in Florida, there is a moderate rip current risk right now because of how the wind is setting up and setting up the wave action as well. But in the sky over land, we have plenty of moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico as well as parts of the Atlantic, giving you juice in the atmosphere. So a very strong sun here in September, and that will give you scattered showers and thunderstorms across the region today. Dallas 100, you might use a shower or two to cool you down. Even on Labor Day, we're still talking temperatures in the mid-80s and scattered showers. A better chance the closer you are towards the Gulf Coast region. But again, this is a long weekend, Maria, so definitely a lot of people outside. Definitely need to keep an eye on the sky, not only across the southeast, but as well as the northeast as well.
Yeah, we've got some good old summertime heat building in the northeast, and that's great for beach, sun tanning weather, right? But we do have the rip current risk here as well. Let's take you to some of the great beaches in the northeast. You have Ocean City, Maryland, Seaside Park, New Jersey on the boardwalk, Coney Island too, and Rehoboth Beach. Look at those waves crashing and that sun is shining. It is going to feel quite warm for sure. You'll want to maybe dip your toes into the ocean. Surf zone temps into the mid and upper 70s, so not too shabby for sure. But those temperatures definitely going to be warming up pretty quickly. You're already at 70 in New York, 76 in D.C. Cooler as you head north, Boston into the mid 60s. Certainly along the beach, you're expected to see those temperatures into the 70s from the Jersey Shore down to the Delmarva, Ocean City, Maryland too. If you get any wind off the water there, that's going to keep the beach areas close to those upper 70s. But inland, it's going to be a lot warmer. Highs today at Jones Beach, 77 degrees with all of that sunshine. High UV index, just keep that in mind. As Paul was talking about, you need that sunscreen, still very strong sun angle. But let's talk about the rip current risk. So moderate threat today. You have those easterly winds that's pushing the water on shore. That enhances what is already present. You know, you can get a rip current any day of the year, but you have it enhanced when you get the wave action to set up like this. So from Long Island all the way down to the Jersey Shore into the mid-Atlantic. Now high pressure continues to hang on here, but you get that southerly flow on the west side of it. So when you talk about compared to average, you really see the impact here. You've got 10 to 20 degrees above average from Minneapolis to Chicago to Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Albany, on up into the Green and White Mountains, doing some hiking or some camping this weekend. Beautiful there. Temps into the mid-80s in Burlington. That's, though, a good 15 degrees above average. That's really the story today as we get into the rest of the weekend, Paul. By tomorrow, a lot of places staying in the mid-80s, but you've got that humidity too, so a little sticky.
A little taste of summer there, but also a lot of people trying to hit the road for traveling on this last unofficial weekend of summer here. Let's take a look at some of the roads. Perhaps you didn't get in the masses yesterday or even Thursday, and traveling Saturday, good idea.
Yeah.
You travel on the low travel days, but yeah, 80s today around the D.C. and parts of the mid-Atlantic area, mid-80s there. We're not looking at a great chance for rain showers there at all. In fact, as we move up the 95 region, we'll still see some sunshine and temperatures still staying in the 80s as you head across into Jersey and Philadelphia and up towards New York City. Again, temperatures will stay in the low to mid 80s.
Just a few thousand of your friends to join you on the trip. And speaking of thousands of friends, it's game day. It's here. Got your college football.
We're talking about how the weather could impact the outcome of a game next.
This program brought to you by Citgo. Learn about Citgo Coastal Restoration at CitgoCaringForOurCoast.com. My theory is pretty simple. Happiness before cleanliness. Gooey, flaky, happy toaster strudel. Now with more icing.
Doers. They don't worry if something's possible. They just do it. At Sears Optical, we're committed to bringing them eyewear that works as hard as they do. Right now, buy one pair and get another free. Quality eyewear for doers. Sears Optical.
Are you uncomfortable in your own home? Do you want lower energy bills? Then get new windows from Champion now. Trust us as your neighbors have. For over 60 years, Champion has installed millions of windows, all made in the USA and backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty. And now, get 20% off new windows or no interest until 2021. So call 844-4CHAMPION today. For comfort, energy efficiency, and a great deal on windows, every home needs a Champion.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
Start the interview with a firm handshake. I know! Don't do that! Try Head & Shoulders Instant Relief. It cools on contact and also keeps you 100% flake-free. Try Head & Shoulders Instant Relief for cooling relief in a snap.
Flonase Allergy Relief, the only OTC nasal spray approved to relieve nasal congestion and itchy, watery eyes. Most allergy pills only control one inflammatory substance. Flonase controls 6. See the world in a whole new light. Flonase. This changes everything.
Labor Day weekend is here, from fairs to football and everything in between. Get your forecast right here starting at 5 a.m. on AMHQ Weekend and Weekend Recharge.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy early, followed by scattered thunderstorms this afternoon. High 87. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Low 74. Chance of rain 50%. Sunday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This is it. It's an all-new season of The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon.
That was fantastic. The ratings were huge.
Jimmy welcomes Justin Timberlake, Richard Gere, Jessica Simpson, Keith Urban, Ellen DeGeneres, Carrie Underwood, The Voices Pharrell, and Donald Trump. The new season of The Tonight Show. NBC this week.
10 minutes past the hour. Welcome back to Weekend Recharge.
A new round of thunderstorms expected today in the great state of Ohio on the heels of yesterday's nasty weather. Many of you posting amazing photos to our Facebook page of the incredible cloud formations these storms spawned. And yeah, look at this nice little shelf cloud. Shelfie. Rolling on through there. It's a shelfie.
Selfie. Yeah, I have a buddy who works in Columbus, Ohio, and he was posting pictures, and a lot of these amazing sunset mammatus clouds. Just stunning. Look at that one.
Pretty
Dunkirk.
Cool. Love the shadows later in the day. And yeah, Cincinnati, you get a lot of pictures of lightning striking pretty near the stadium. So again, there's no safe place outside. You got to get under the stands and just keep yourself and your family safe. But definitely a real smorgasbord of weather as we look live at some of the great cities across the Midwest.
Yeah,
Let's take a look at
Cleveland, Ohio, and the airport.
The National Air Show going on. They're actually doing some prep, so yeah, you're not going to take that to your destination, but definitely you're looking to the sky and enjoying what's going on. Again, air shows, great places to be and take a look at some pretty cool things going on. Also, we're definitely concerned about weather across the Midwest, Maria, because a big baseball series going on in St. Louis today, but so is big-time heat and humidity.
Yeah, we are talking serious heat, and it's that heat and humidity combination and the showers and the thunderstorms. So a lot to talk about. You mentioned smorgasbord. I think we've got it here. Lots of lightning right now in and around Minneapolis. You also have it around Chicago, south shores of Lake Michigan here, moving from Illinois into Indianapolis, out ahead of the system that's going to kind of trigger all of this the next few days here. So if you're heading down southbound out of Minneapolis along 35, this cluster of showers and thunderstorms, not severe, but obviously a ton of lightning and a lot of locally heavy rainfall. So just slow your roll a little bit, give yourself extra time if that's your route right now. And then Chicago, you have I-80, I-90 on the south side, and this cluster of showers and thunderstorms, a ton of lightning. So again, you're traveling from Chicago to say Indianapolis. That's going to impact your route within the next hour or two as it slowly moves off to the east. And we're going to stick with the Chicago area. We're going to talk about Evanston, Illinois, where we have the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the Stanford Cardinals. And by kickoff here, which is 11 a.m. Central Time, you do have the chance for showers and thunderstorms. So, good time to make sure you have that mobile device ready to give you any heads up of the showers and thunderstorms moving your way if you're doing any of that tailgating. And then we head to South Bend. Look at this, the Texas Longhorns. I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win.
What?
They're playing Notre Dame and the Fighting Irish. Kickoff at 7:30 Eastern. Could be looking at some showers and thunderstorms and a storm brewing right here because I said that, Paul.
What? Blasphemer. Right, she gave it away. It is here, the first Saturday of college football, and a big one going on in South Bend. My Longhorns taking on the Little Leprechauns of Notre Dame. 7:30 tonight on our Friends Network at NBC in South Bend. Let's take it to South Bend right now. I do believe we have a tower cam and can't quite say touchdown Jesus, but Can he do touchdown Jesus and some hook 'em horns? That's what I want to know. But let's talk about weather and sports, because this is what we do here at the Weather Channel. We talk about the weather, but also we talk about how weather could impact the outcome of sporting events. College football, NFL, we'll start that up next week as well. So pretty cool segment we started last year. We're going to continue it this year as well. We'll start you off with a big game tonight. Now, we look back in weather history. What's the hottest temperature these two teams have played in? Well, Notre Dame, we have to go back some 32 years, so let's not worry about that at all. It's ancient history. The kids playing tonight weren't even born last time they played in talking about 96-degree weather. My Longhorns, though, a couple of years ago, season opener, New Mexico State, 101 degrees in Austin. Let's talk more about the Texas background here. Last year, not the best record, 6-7, including a loss to in the Texas Bowl to Arkansas. 32-degree weather for that. But again, the last three season openers, they've been 3-0. Pretty warm weather too. Average 95 degrees in those three openers the last three seasons. Now, again, this last season, 6-7 record. Average temperature for the first 3 months of the year, we're talking 76 degrees there, including a 92-degree weather in Austin for a loss to BYU. So their early season in terms of the first 3 months, not the best. Their record is 3-5, by the way, last year. Now, Notre Dame, their record first 3 months of the year, 6-1, including a pretty narrow loss to Florida State in 65-degree weather. So 68 is their average temperature for the early season games. Now, what about their season openers? The last 3 years, they have been 3-0. Average temperature is 76 degrees, including a victory versus Rice in 83-degree weather. So typically, the Notre Dame takes a little bit cooler weather for the opener, and the forecast for tonight, temperatures around 80 degrees for the game time and cooling off to the upper 70s. So based on the weather, I'm going to give this prediction just because what the weather says. My heart's my Longhorns, but the weather right now says the advantage is to Notre Dame. Should be a close game, but I'm picking Notre Dame, unfortunately.
You get used to the funk in your man cave. You think it smells fine, but your guests smell this. Febreze Fabric Refresher eliminates all the odors you've gone nose blind to. Break out the Febreze and breathe happy.
Hey, you working for Nature Made too?
Yup.
Go team!
You've heard about friendly probiotics, but why take one that only targets half your digestive tract? New Nature Made Advanced has dual strains that target your whole tract. Part of the new line of probiotics from Nature Made.
While others pre-form and pre-cook, Boston Market promises to make food good. Like our Parmesan Tuscan rotisserie chicken, made with Italian spices. Back for a limited time. Boston Market, all good.
Let's do this. Take tile, places it's never been. Let's take these ideas and put them here, here, and here. Let's go to the one place with everything you need and everything you need to know. Then, let's surprise your walls, your floors, your friends, and yourself. Let's do this. Get 12 by 24 porcelain tile starting at just $1.99 a square foot. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
I'm Mike Bettis. That's Sarah. Welcome to the set of a brand new show, Weather Underground. There'll be experts, bloggers, the smartest weather minds in the business on every screen you have 24 hours a day. Geeking out on what's happening in weather, how it happens, and why it's so freaking cool.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
Hi, I'm Brandon, a Florida Public Utilities energy expert. You may already know that natural gas is a more efficient home energy. But how do you know if natural gas is available at your home? Stick around to find out.
Before Mars, before space stations, before shuttles, before one small step, before rocket rides, before flat tops freeze-dried in flight suits. Back when what went up still had to come down, we challenged ourselves to change everything. A first-person view of space awaits at the spot where our journey to the heavens began, Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Always exploring.
Ever hear neighbors brag about their natural gas appliances or their low energy bills? Well, natural gas mains supply entire neighborhoods, so you can probably enjoy natural gas too. Conserve energy with natural gas appliances and get up to $1,750 in cash rebates.
Labor Day weekend is here, from fairs to football and everything in between. Get your forecast right here starting at 5 a.m. on AMHQ Weekend and Weekend Recharge.
Currently in our area, 81 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms, high 86, chance of rain 50%. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms during the evening, low 74, chance of rain 50%. Sunday, partly cloudy early, scattered thunderstorms developing in the afternoon, high 87, chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Man, I love living in the low country.
You see that right now? Almost looks like the hind legs to a giraffe, doesn't it?
Exactly. That's a good one.
You like that?
Yeah.
And the big neck that goes up.
Wow, what a week, right? 20 minutes past the hour. And as we look ahead to the weekend, we're doing so many things outside, right? It is the last blast of summer, and then we have this, showers and thunderstorms on the severe side. So I want to get you prepared because this will be on the move too. So International Falls, Sioux Falls, Fargo, Pierre, and Glendive here. We have your area outlooked for the potential of not just the heavy rain, of course, dangerous lightning, but also the possibility of some hail and damaging winds. So all of that goes along with it. And you look at what's lighting up already at this hour, it's pretty incredible. So you do have the dynamics that are kind of going and getting going right now. You have the small cluster of showers and thunderstorms south of Minneapolis, trying to ride right along I-35 if you're heading southbound. No severe warnings with that cluster, but tons of lightning and heavy rainfall. And then you have what's going on right now in parts of Montana and North Dakota. So we are already getting a jump start on some of the pretty active weather. Again, Minneapolis on the south side, now moving past and east of Mankato. We've been keeping an eye on Chicago. Still a cluster of showers and thunderstorms here right along I-80-90 there. And right in between those interstates here, heading towards Indianapolis, you have some nasty thunderstorms going along. But you have a boundary and you have a few spins. Those area of low pressures are areas where you're going to see that enhanced lift. And we have the support that we need upstairs too, right? The fast-moving winds aloft, it's going to be enough to add that instability, bring those thunderstorms and let them grow really, really tall, bring those winds down to the surface. So as we take you through the next few hours, and you can see where those thunderstorms happening now initialized real well, so we can see by this afternoon, Sioux Falls, once again, Minneapolis, especially those western suburbs, heads up for some showers and thunderstorms here later in the evening, not quite making it into Des Moines by later on tonight. Now by tomorrow, a little bit more of that eastward shift here. You've got now northwestern Wisconsin. Minneapolis, you're in it again. Des Moines back towards Omaha. Looking good, though, as you head towards Detroit and Cleveland. Now, Labor Day, we push it a little bit further to the south, so heads up Kansas City and Salina. Best chance to see these during the afternoon, and the big threat's going to be the gusty winds and the hail. So those umbrellas for the barbecues, hold them down tight.
Keep an eye on the radar there. Hey, people in upstate New York are battling this late summer heat blast as the New York State Fair rolls into Syracuse as we head into this Labor Day holiday.
I love this. We got an eye on the menu too, from fried bubblegum to fruit smoothies. Every vendor's battling for your taste buds, of course.
Now let's bring in Troy Waffner, acting director with the New York State Fair. And thanks for joining us this morning. And let's talk about this. We got good food, we got good music and fun fair games. But let's talk more about that food. What can people try this weekend? What are some of the most unique treats they can get at the State Fair?
Here, you can get anything deep fried, from deep fried bubblegum and Oreos to deep fried coffee. We actually brought in a vegan vendor this year who has some of the best non-dairy milkshakes in the country. And then we have our staples. The staples of the State Fair are sausage sandwich, onion and peppers, a 25-cent glass of milk from our Rainbow Milk Bar, and a $1 baked potato, all produced and grown in New York.
And I hear you got a pretty big lineup, too, when it comes to entertainment.
We have a great lineup. We have our Chevy Court, which is our free concert series, and it has everybody from the Steve Miller Band, Nick Jonas, and everyone in between.
All right, so if people are coming out to the fair to enjoy the music, what's your best advice to them? What time to get there? What's the best spots to kind of camp out at?
Yeah, I think it's like anywhere you go. Leave a little bit early to save yourself time from the traffic. It looks like it's going to be hot out and a little muggy. So dress appropriately. We have misting stations set up. Stay hydrated, and just come and enjoy a good day at the fair. Eat to your heart's content. Drink to your heart's content.
All right, Troy Waffner, thank you so much bringing us the best of New York State. And Troy mentioned the weather, so we've got to look at that forecast. And it is going to be hot. It's going to be one of those where that's the weather challenge, right? Sunday, 89 degrees, Labor Day, 91, and bright sunshine. So it's going to be tough to escape that. As we head throughout the weekend, it will actually get hotter and less in terms of any type of cloud cover to keep you even cooler. So again, keep an eye on the little ones and the elderly as well. Make sure you got sunscreen and plenty of cool H2O, and if you have to, just take some breaks. Find some cooling stations, misting stations. That'll cool you down. You know what helps me? Fried bubble gum. That helps cool me off. That is the most interesting thing I think I've ever heard. I don't think I've ever heard that ever. I can't even imagine that. What a contrast in flavors. Right. All I know is I'll be looking for the 3-foot-tall minion to win in the carnival games. There you go. All right, well, you may be heading out this weekend to enjoy the holiday, perhaps to the beach. But you need to make sure you are aware of the heightened rip current risk. We'll talk about where these beaches are coming up next.
Great weekend destinations brought to you by Bush's Beans. What's your favorite flavor?
1 can of Bush's Beans. Well, this is a predicament. Home style sounds good, but country style not without its charms. Brown sugar hickory? Who says no to hickory? Not this guy. New sweet heat? Sure. There are no rules here. No rules on aisle 4.
Our new sweet heat is cooked according to our secret family recipe with a sweet and spicy chili sauce.
Did you get a can of Bush's Beans?
Yes, I did.
Bush's Beans. What's your favorite flavor?
Flour-pressed soap, homemade hot sauce, artisanal pickles, whatever those are. Well, we're glad handcrafted is finally cool. Because at Firestone Complete Auto Care, we've been handcrafting since 1926. Robots might build cars, but it takes human hands to keep them running right. And that's a guarantee, backed by our fixed right promise. Firestone Complete Auto Care. Whatever you drive a Firestone.
Doers. They don't worry if something's possible. They just do it. At Sears Optical, we're committed to bringing them eyewear that works as hard as they do. Right now, buy 1 pair and get another free. Quality eyewear for doers. Sears Optical.
You owned your car for 4 years. You named it Brad. You loved Brad. And then you totaled him. You two had been through everything together. 2 boyfriends, 3 jobs. You're like, nothing can replace Brad. Then Liberty Mutual calls. And you break into your happy dance.
If you sign up for Better Car Replacement, we'll pay for a car that's a model year newer with 15,000 fewer miles than your old one. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm lucky to get through a shift without a disaster. My bargain detergent couldn't keep up, so I switched to Tide Pods. They're super concentrated, so I get a better clean. 15% cleaning ingredients or 90%. Don't pay for water, pay for clean. That's my Tide.
Getting help at the paint studio at Ace is like going to your neighbor. For 4 days only this Labor Day weekend, it's buy 2 gallons, get 1 free on Valspar, Clark, and Kensington and Royal. Available at Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I'm Mike Bettis. That's Sarah. Hi. Welcome to the set of a brand new show, Weather Underground. There'll be experts, bloggers, the smartest weather minds in the business on every screen you have 24 hours a day. Geeking out on what's happening in weather, how it happens, and why it's so freaking cool.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 81 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms. High 86. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy. Sunday, partly cloudy early, scattered thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87, chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Labor Day weekend is here, from fairs to football and everything in between. Get your forecast right here starting at 5 a.m. on AIM-HQ Weekend and Weekend Recharge. I love this tour. We are taking you from sea to shining sea on this last big beach weekend of the summer, 2015.
Looking live at 3 of our nation's most beautiful beaches: Ocean City, New Jersey, Siesta Key, Florida, and Santa Monica, California.
I don't think there's better people watching on any beach, and I say this coming from New Jersey, growing up down the shore here. Santa Monica, California.
Oh, then you're going to say
the best people watching on the planet.
I thought you were going to say New Jersey.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy, but fantastic people watching. You get all kinds of things going on. It is 5:30 as Weekend Recharge rolls on. I'm Maria LaRosa.
And I'm Paul Goodlow. Hey, the Labor Day holiday weekend is upon us. It's unofficially the last weekend of summer, but still a lot of people hitting the roads, trying to enjoy the outdoors, perhaps even going to the beach, as in you're taking in the sights here and sounds of the ocean. And this danger of rip currents, though, is a big deal this weekend. What you need to look out for to keep you and your family safe as you enjoy the beach. Maria?
And this is great advice on a sunny day. If you're at the beach during some stormier weather, got to pay attention to this. All right, let's give you the top 3 stories that we're helping you get recharged for as you head into the Labor Day holiday, making important plans. Plan on Plan B here. If you're having those outdoor gatherings, you may have to head inside because of the unsettled weather that translates into showers and thunderstorms. So we'll time those out for you the best we can. And then the heat that is on, it's happening now. Chicago up near 90. You see relatively cool along the I-95 corridor. We'll show you how that will warm up as well. And then, of course, the severe threat that we have from the Midwest into the northern plains. And some of those thunderstorms are getting going right now. So we've got that to track over the next few days as well.
Yeah, Monday is Labor Day. In fact, it falls on September 7th this year. That's a full week later than last year, and the latest date possible on the calendar.
And because of that calendar quirk, there's a shortage of lifeguards at some beaches. A lot of lifeguards have already gone back to school or college, leaving their stands empty.
This year it's a particularly problematic year just because of the way the Labor Day holiday is falling. We've got a pretty significant fall off of lifeguards available to assist us.
And officials say take notice of the lifeguard situation if you head to the beach for this Labor Day holiday weekend. If there isn't one, you might want to leave and go to a beach that does have lifeguards.
And we always think that's a good idea. And knowing what to do if you happen to get caught in a rip current can mean the difference between life and death.
In this edition of Brainstorm, Sam Champion explains how they form and why they're so dangerous.
Currents are the deadliest threat at the beach, responsible for over 100 drownings in the U.S. every year. They are narrow, powerful currents of water flowing perpendicular to the beach. And they can vary in size, extending as far out as 1,200 feet from shore. And if you were trying to swim it, that's about 7 Olympic pool lengths. And sometimes they're as narrow as 50 feet wide. That's just half the width of New York's Fifth Avenue. They're formed by the pounding of a strong surf. Each day, an average of about 8,000 waves slam any typical beach. Over time, the impact of these waves can cause a rupture in the natural sandbar that protects the beach, gouging out a channel. Think about it. As the powerful waves rush on shore, that water has to go back out to sea. And in this case, it goes back out through the channel. That's a zone of water moving at over 5 miles an hour. That may not sound like much, but it's actually faster than an Olympic gold medal swimmer. As a result, in the United States alone, rip currents are responsible for about 30,000 ocean rescues every year and are 200 times deadlier than shark attacks. If you're caught in one, The best strategy is to first stay calm and then try to move parallel to the beach. Most problems occur when people stay in the rip and fight it, eventually tiring from the effort and unable to stay afloat. The good thing is, though, rip currents on average usually won't carry you much farther than about 300 feet. And once you're out of it, you can actually use the waves to help push you back to shore. You could find yourself safely back on shore within just a few minutes. And you've been brainstorming. Sam Champion, The Weather Channel.
All right, so we're going to arm you with that knowledge. And one thing, too, just stay calm. I know that's easy for me to say, but that makes a big difference in your decision-making abilities.
Yeah, you can say it now, but when you're caught up in one, try
Sure.
to think about what you're supposed to do, and that's don't fight it. That's what's the key.
All right, but we do have the conditions in place that kind of are leading to this widespread area. Basically, all of the East Coast beaches, I mean, really any day of the week, but these are kind of accentuating it. We have that high pressure to the north, low to the south, and that's funneling those more easterly winds, that easterly component. So yeah, all of Long Island down to the Jersey Shore.
And all the heat we had this week, and now it's going to slowly build again this weekend. We're driving hundreds of thousands of people to the beach, and we still have that huge risk up and down the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic as well. And look at the water temperatures here. Not a bad place to be to escape some of this heat. Talking about upper 70s, mid 70s, even Boston. Talking water temperature close to 670. It's still chilly, but compared to the air temperature, it will feel nice.
And you have those waves 3 to 4 feet. Doesn't sound like a lot, but I know they have some small craft advisories in place along some of the East Coast beaches too. So just a heads up that in that regard. And then you have plenty of sunshine. So you've got that. Temps into the mid and upper 80s. Pittsburgh, Syracuse, where we were just talking about the New York State Fair.
But the temperature is slowly warming up as we head through the weekend. So the low 80s move to the mid to upper 80s as we head on towards Sunday, and then Labor Day. We even have some 90s pushing back towards the thermometer here in Pittsburgh, even D.C., Boston, New York, close to 90 on Labor Day Monday.
And along with that, you know, you have the day before a lot of schools head back too. So you have that. And across the south and the southeast, maybe a lower risk, but again, you can have it at any beach set up at any time. Daytona Beach down to Miami.
But also, we're talking about usually the pretty gentle and calm waves of the Gulf of Mexico. Here are some of the beautiful beaches here in the Florida Panhandle. We have a moderate risk of rip currents there as we head throughout today.
So just pay attention, any flags that are flying, that's a good communication. So from the Outer Banks, water temperatures here into the mid 80s, beautiful. Jacksonville, a nice light chop there, 1 to 3 feet waves.
Yeah. But in terms of the forecast today, scattered showers and thunderstorms, that can always kick up those waves anytime you have a thunderstorm near you, even offshore. So heads up on the boaters. If you do see some thunderstorms in the distance, you got to head back to shore. Safest place for you.
Boston, you know, is known for some great fireworks on the 4th of July.
But this year in Beantown, bringing back fireworks show you haven't seen in some 14 years.
You can't always be there to protect her down the road. Make sure the tires she's riding on will. With the revolutionary Michelin Premier Tire, even when half worn, it's still safe, thanks to Evergrip technology. The Michelin Premier Tire, safe when new, safe when worn.
Cinnamon, milk, Cinnamilk, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Crave those crazy squares. Cinnamilk.
I called for help as soon as I saw her.
I found her wandering miles from home.
When the phone rang at 5 a.m., I knew it was about Mom.
I see how hard it's been on her at work, and I want to help.
For the 5 million Americans living with Alzheimer's and the millions more who feel its effects, let's walk together to make an even bigger impact and end Alzheimer's for good. Find a walk near you at alz.org/walk.
When is your flu shot more than a flu shot? When it helps give a life-saving vaccine to a child in need in a developing country. Thanks to customers like you, Walgreens Get a Shot, Give a Shot program has helped provide 7 million vaccines. Make your flu shot make a world of difference. Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy.
Hurry in! Buy one,
Take One is back. Tonight, enjoy breadsticks, salad, and your choice of entrees, like smoked mozzarella chicken. Then take home another entree for tomorrow free. It's 2 delicious nights of togetherness. Buy one, take one, starting at $12.99 at Olive Garden.
And I turn around and there's 3 rattlesnakes.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Don't worry, Rob. You're covered.
State Farm agents are there whenever you need them.
That bumper's not going anywhere.
We could just have more tape.
Gorilla Tape, of course.
Gorilla Tape's double-thick adhesive and rugged outer shell is 3 times thicker for a hold that lasts for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Currently in our area, 83 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms. High 86. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy. Sunday, partly cloudy early. Scattered thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Well, good morning, ATL. Hot Atlanta had some pop-up storms yesterday. Today, a dry start, but also a chance for thunderstorms in the afternoon. But heads up for the tailgaters, should be fantastic. The radar is quiet right now. Your early morning golf or tennis, no problems at all. Afternoon, we'll definitely see some storms popping on up here. And also, big weekend in Atlanta. Got Dragon Con going on, a lot of stuff going on downtown. You can see the marches of the stormtroopers. Pretty cool sight. Also going on in the Georgia Dome, start to the kickoff here with Chick-fil-A kickoff. We got Louisville Cardinals coming in to Atlanta to play the Auburn Tigers. And again, for tailgaters, chance of thunderstorms just before the game kicks off. Inside the Georgia Dome, guaranteed 72 degrees and dry. Let's also talk about other games going on across the Southeast. The Bulldogs hosting the Louisiana Monroe Warhawks. Again, temperatures warming up to the mid-80s, and then some thunderstorms popping up, hopefully at the time the game is ending as we head on towards Athens, Georgia. Oxford, Mississippi, Ole Miss hosting the Tennessee Skyhawks here. And again, temperatures here pushing towards the low 90s. Again, game time, talking about right about noon, so things should be winding down in terms of the game by the time the heat really starts to pop up. And Clemson here, we got a 12:30 kickoff. We're hosting the Wolford Terriers, and temperatures slowly warming up to the low to mid 80s as you head towards the end of the game. So again, thunderstorms should hold off until after the game is over. And then tonight, LSU hosting McNeese State, and we have the chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms basically anytime after, say, noon, right on through the evening hours. So that could be an issue for the game this evening. Meanwhile, Florida State's hosting the Texas State Bobcats, also the chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms for a good chunk of the early evening part of tonight. Meanwhile, also in Oklahoma, we got the 6 p.m. kickoff for the Sooners and the Akron Zips. Temperatures pushing towards 90. The weather should be dry for this game here. And one last game I'll show you. We're going to head towards Columbia, Missouri for the Tigers taking on the Red Hawks of Southeast Missouri. Temperatures, it's hot and it's going to be humid, Maria. Temperatures for that 4 o'clock local time kickoff could be around 90 degrees, of course, a little bit warmer on the field. Maria?
Hot stuff. All right, Paul, thank you. Your Labor Day weekend plans might also include a fireworks show. And as we all know, the weather can have a big impact. And tonight in Boston, there will be a spectacle. Fireworks show producer Matt Shea and Julie Wormser, executive director of the Boston Harbor Association, are running the show and joining us now via Skype, and we appreciate it. Matt, the forecast, obviously huge factor when it comes to any fireworks show. Any challenges that you're prepping for right now?
No, not at all. This is absolutely the best forecast that you can ask for. There's going to be a light breeze. It's nice and dry today. It's going to be cool tonight. This promises to be an absolutely fantastic visual fireworks display.
All right, Julie, I'm going to ask you, make us an insider here. Where are the best places to catch the show, and how many people are you expecting?
Well, there's 3 great places to catch a show. I mean, all of Boston Harbor is public along the Harbor Walk, but the 3 best places are Fan Pier in the Seaport, Christopher Columbus Park downtown, and the best place of all time is Pierce Park in East Boston because you get the skyline behind the show. And we're hoping for 50,000 people. It's only our 3rd year, and we're going to build to even more in the future.
Okay, so anyone going, tell us, what makes this different from the 4th of July celebration?
Well, first of all, the 4th of July celebration is on the Charles River, and it's during the very humid 4th of July, which is typically still a little moist and quite humid. Here it's on the harbor, so it's really exploiting the beauty of the harbor, how it's very long, but also you can visually see both barges from nearly any part of the harbor. And, of course, the weather's going to be great. The weather's going to be drier than it would be on the 4th of July, which means you'll get absolutely beautiful pictures.
All right, excited for you guys. Good luck with the show tonight. We have producer Matt Shea and Julie Wormster, Executive Director of the Boston Harbor Association. Looks fantastic.
All right. Hey, when Weekend Recharge rolls on, a tropical wave could become the 7th named storm in the Atlantic. The odds it turns into Grace, that's coming up next.
And a historical reference to Grace. I'll talk about that in the tropical update. Plus, when it comes to summer, are your beach days numbered? Up next, Dr. Postel takes a look at the long-range forecast.
Is this really the best way to pick color for a whole room? There's a new way to paint. With the new Project Color app, take any color on a virtual test drive. It's part of the new Color Center experience from the Home Depot. Everything you need to get the right color right. Let's do this in hand, online, and at the store. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Get $10 off 1-gallon cans of interior and exterior paints and stains.
Can a protein originally found in a jellyfish improve your memory? Our scientists say yes. Researchers have discovered a protein that actually supports healthier brain function. It's the breakthrough in a supplement called Prevagen. As we age, we lose proteins that support our brain. Prevagen supplements these proteins and has been clinically shown to improve memory. It's safe and effective. For support of healthier brain function, a sharper mind, and clearer thinking, try Prevagen for yourself today.
Take a look at these barbecue trophies. Best cracked pepper sauce. Most ribs eaten while calf roping.
Yep. Greatness deserves recognition. You got any trophies, cowboy?
Well, there's this one.
Best insurance mobile app.
Yeah, 2 years in a row.
Well, Alvin, does that thing just follow you around?
Like a little puppy.
The award-winning Geico app. Download it today.
We're geeking out on what's happening in weather, how it happens, and why it's so freaking cool.
Weather Underground, weeknights at 6 on the Weather Channel.
You pay your car insurance premium like clockwork, month after month, year after year. Then one night you hydroplane into a ditch. Yeah. Surprise, your insurance company tells you to pay up again. Why pay for insurance if you have to pay even more for using it?
If you have Liberty Mutual Deductible Fund, you could pay no deductible at all. Sign up to immediately lower your deductible by $100 and keep lowering it $100 annually until it's gone. Then continue to earn that $100 every year. There's no limit to how much you can earn, and this savings applies to every vehicle on your policy. Call 1-844-530-9771 to learn more. Switch to Liberty Mutual and you could save up to $509. Call Liberty Mutual for a free quote today at 1-844-530-9771. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Come.
Currently in our area, 83 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, scattered thunderstorms, High 86. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Low 74. Chance of rain 50%. Sunday, partly cloudy early, scattered thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.